Hello, everyone. This is a no damage run of Onimusha Warlords, 100% S rank, with an in-game time of 2 hours and 33 minutes. This is a segmented run on the PS2 version, which is the original, using save states. Throughout the run, you will see an occasional flash from critical hits, and you will occasionally see the screen freeze. That is normal, that is just how the game is. In 100%, we need to obtain all the weapons, which includes the bow, matchlock, Volchiman sword, which means clearing all 20 levels of the Dark Realm, obtaining all armors, maps, and files, fully upgrading all swords and orbs, collecting the power and magic jewels, vision staff, rosary communication, and all 20 pieces of fluorite. The S rank, we need to beat it in less than 3 hours, defeat at least 600 demons, and absorb at least 55,000 souls.
Men! Fight and die with honor!
Nobunaga has finally engaged the enemy.
My lord, we have taken Lord Suruga's head!
Samanosuke.
I will save Princess Yuki.
Dear Samanosuke, I am writing this letter in the hopes you will read this in time to help. Something is wrong within the Inabayama castle. Some of the maids and servants have gone missing, and I fear that it might be the work of monsters. I am so scared, Samanosuke. People tell me that the monsters eat the maids and servants and then take their remains to someplace deep underground. When I told my brother Yoshitatsu about this, he did not seem interested. He is too busy preparing for his upcoming battle with Nobunaga. Samanosuke, although it has been a few years since we were forced to take separate paths, due to the battle between my father Dosan and my brother Yoshitatsu, you are still the only one that I can rely upon. I can only hope that you receive this letter and that you will find it in your heart to come and save me before it is too late. Yours faithfully, Yuki.
This way, sir. If our princess is at the keep, there are two ways to get there. The western path, or the northern passage.
Kaede, I'll go north. You follow them through the other way.
Understand.
Princess Yuki!
Couple screens in, have our first fight already. A pair of 3 eyes. We're just going to hold the ready button and mash the slash. They have a few attacks, they're all blockable. But usually the fight will be done before they get a chance to attack.
Princess Yuki, Your Highness.
Samanosuke, it's really you. Oh, I knew that you would come to save me. I have missed you so much since you left the castle.
What?
Flee while you can, you worthless bug! Useless! Pitiful humans!
Princess.
Samanosuke. Samanosuke. Wake up, Samanosuke. With your current power, you are not capable of destroying the demons. we will give you our powers. We are the clan of ogres that has been subverted by the demons. Samanosuke, defeat and seal their souls to your right hand. Destroy all the demons!
So, fortune has smiled upon me this day. With the power of this gauntlet, I will destroy all of those monsters and save the princess!
Now that we have this gauntlet, we can actually take out enemies for good and take their souls. Red souls, used to upgrade equipment. Blue souls, magic. And yellow, vitality, or health. Very convenient, the gauntlet came with an instruction manual. Nothing else to grab in these first couple of areas, but we are going straight to our next fight. Ouch. Now we could just get ready and hack and slash. Instead, I'm going to take all four out in a single attack with an Eason, or flash, or critical. I'll explain more how that works in a moment.
Hurry! Monsters! Close the door, now!
But someone is there!
Get him!
There are two ways to perform a critical attack on most enemies. Some enemies you can only do one type. Either way, it's referred to as an Eason, or a critical, flash, whatever you like to refer to it as. The one that I'm doing is a parry Eason. I wait until the enemy's attack is just about to make contact. I press the block button, and if I time it right, I get a nice big flash, and then I can immediately counter. The other type of Eason is a strafe Eason, where you just wait until the enemy is about to hit you and just hit the attack button without blocking.
Open the door! I've killed all the monsters!
He killed?
Huh?
What should we do?
You!
Sorry.
We are very sorry. Please forgive us.
What happened to you?
They came out of nowhere and attacked us.
The keep may have also been attacked by them.
The keep is ahead of us that way?
Right. The forest road there is a shortcut to the keep.
I see.
The parry or deflect Eason is safer because if you miss the timing of the attack, provided it's not too late, of course, then you will just block the attack. Some of the larger enemies, you can only Eason them by doing a strafe Eason. Obviously carries the risk of, if you mess up the timing, you get hit. Running through, grabbing that herb, ignoring these three eyes. The first couple groups of demons, the soldier demons, I like to treat them as a warm-up, get my timing down for the Eason. Because not only do Easons one-shot these enemies, they also give you double the souls. Obviously, we need souls to upgrade our equipment, and it is nice to get those souls a little bit early, so we don't have to do as much grinding later. Gives us a bit of advantage in the earlier levels. Now for me, as I went on in the game, I did fewer and fewer ESINs, and I just used the upgraded equipment to hack and slash my way through. I had to grind one of the bonus levels multiple times over to get the number of the souls and the demons that I needed anyway. But it felt satisfying to get these lower class demons out of the way in style. From this underground temple here, we got our first fluorite. There are 20 of those that we're going to collect. And our first decoder book, which was the Seiryu. And our first journal. These journals are written by Saimio, the adventures of him and Soyen. And we're also getting our first magical weapon, the Thunder Orb, which is the Shiden and the Ryzen. And our first trick treasure box. Getting the numbers to line up to correspond with the numbers in the corners. First one is left, right, left. That gives us a rope ladder. So there's a lot going on in a pretty small amount of area here. And our first magic jewel. And this increases our maximum magic. And our first decoder box as well. Gets us a power jewel. But I'm not going to use that one. So there's a lot. You get a taste of a lot in these few rooms here. Decoder book, journal, magic jewel, power jewel, decoder box. First magical item. Now we're heading towards the keep. And we've got these pig demons, the Bazus. I'll do a little bit of Isen here as well. There we go, got a twofer. And a map of the south area. When the Bazus spawn in like that, it is pretty easy to get a critical on them. I'm not sure why it registers their spawning as an attack, but it does. Because I don't think they can actually do damage to you if you just happen to run into them when they're spawning in like that. Now, at this time, I was not very good at the strafe Isen. I didn't get good at that until I started speedrunning this game. So what I did was I set up a Bazu to basically be my Isen setup to take him out, and the Barabazu, the big one. A few more soldier demons. We got a soldier in need. If you take out all the enemies in time, they will reward you with an item and give you a little bit of dialogue. Using that rope ladder, going down into the moat. Breaking some boxes. Getting some medicine. And another decoder box. $614. Another magic jewel. And it's time for our first boss.
Huh?
Didn't know humans could be such pests?
Where is the princess?
Humans are more tasty when angry, and I haven't eaten in a while.
I swear, he got smaller from the intro. So this is our rematch with Osric, one of many characters named from Shakespeare's Hamlet. We don't have much for equipment or magic. Gonna keep it pretty basic. Bait out an attack. Either block it, back up, do some strafing. He only has a couple of attacks that we can't block. And we're gonna sprinkle in some magic here. Here's his charge attack. One of the attacks we can't block. Makes him nice and vulnerable for several attacks. And this is all we gotta do to handle him, just a little bit of back and forth. Trying to deny us our magic. There we go, just enough to do another magic attack.
How could I die? By the hand of a human!
Be quiet, monster. It is time for you to go back to the underworld.
All right, Osric is down. Got a nice handful of souls here. Treasure chest, journal number 2. We're only 2 journals in, and his master is already severely wounded. Continuing further in, a fluorite, and meeting another character.
Sweet, beautiful, lovely, the dripping blood, and what's this? Oh, a liver. What's that smell? Who's there? A human? How disappointing.
Face me, demon!
Who do you think you are talking to? I haven't seen one as foolish as you since that, Nobunaga.
Nobunaga?
I operated on and resurrected that pitiful Nobunaga after he was killed in Okihazuma. He then made a pact with the demons and pledged his eternal loyalty to serve us forever as our slave.
No!
Oh, yes, it is indeed true. Now, let me show you my most recent creation. Go, Renato! Bite the belly of that maggot and feast upon his bloody flesh!
So the obnoxious fellow is Gilgard's turn, and his little tentacle demon is Ronaldo. 2 more characters from Hamlet. Just going to ignore that Ronaldo, not really caring much about fighting him. We now have our second magical item. The Koen and the Enryu. The orb and the sword. Returning back to Osric, who finishes getting dissolved. by this group of Yeadons. Now, these are an interesting enemy. They take souls, and then after a time, they'll just bounce. They'll just check out. They'll be like, all right, see, I'm going to despawn and take all of these souls with me. However, if you're dealing with a group of them, and one of them absorbs all the souls, and you take one out, the souls will actually multiply. And then again and again and again. You can get a lot of souls that way. Equipping the Thunder Orb. Take out a couple of these 3 eyes here. This is my favorite sword to use. They have their uses, but overall this one's my favorite. They're nimble. When an enemy is down, we've seen a few of these thrusts so far. But when they're down, you can take them out. Smaller enemies will be for sure finished off. Larger enemies may or may not, depending on how much health they have left. At the magic mirror, which is where we would save, and we do our enhancing. We're going to increase the Shiden and Koen, which are the thunder and fire orbs, up to level 2. They take 2 full bars of souls to get to level 2, and the swords take 3 full bars to get to level 2. So keep that in mind with your soul management, your soul routing. Now this is an enemy, the Barabazu, which in the speedrun is necessary to get to the Strafe Isen. I was not good at the time, so I didn't do it. So I could have had even more souls than I do now, but that's okay. We will have all of the souls we need. These Gideon's a little bit harder to hit. So most of the hitting we're going to be doing with uppercuts. And you can see when they start spinning, that's when they're despawning. Fortunately, one hit from anything will take them out. Now that we have the fire orb, we can enter the keep. And we have ourselves a new enemy, a long-arm demon, who can reach out and grab us with that long arm. So we want to make sure we keep a healthy distance, a respectable distance. Grabbing some souls, going into the side room here, which has a magic mirror and a magic fountain. Grabbing the keep map. And we have enough souls to get the Rise Hand to level 2. And continuing on further into the keep.
Stop! Let me go!
Quiet!
What is going on here?
Stop! Huh?
Who are you? And what do you want with that boy?
I should ask you the same thing. You are not working for Saito clan, are you? Wait. Can you be Samanosuke Akechi? Yes, you are. I cannot believe you are here of all places. I am a servant of the Oda clan. My name is Tokichiro Kinoshita.
This man will eventually conquer the world under the name Hideyoshi Toyotomi.
What is a servant of the Oda clan doing here?
Wait, first we must talk business. Tell me, Samanosuke, are you interested in serving our clan? My Lord Nobunaga Oda would welcome a great samurai like yourself.
I serve no one. My life is mine and mine alone to command.
I see. However, I will not give up yet. We shall meet again.
That external narration, talking about him conquering the world under a different name, that always confused me when I was younger. Grabbing a box of arrows. Going into this weapon room, grabbing journal number 3. Three journals in, and he's already lost his mind. Also, those spears did have blades. I mean, some of them didn't, but some of them most certainly did. Little hack and slash. Little deflection. When we encounter an orb door, or a seal door, obviously you need the appropriate level orb to break the seal, but you also have to have it equipped. Through the door, down the hall for another cutscene.
Samanosuke, is there something you wanted to ask this young man?
Do not be afraid.
No! You want to hurt me like that other samurai did.
That is not true. Please, tell me your name.
I am Yumimaru.
Yumimaru, you must tell me. What did that samurai want with you?
Why should I know?
Fine, then why are you here? Who brought you here? Go after him while I look for Princess Yuki.
I will.
Next decoder book, a Suzaku, and another trick treasure box. Left, right, left, right, right. This gets us the bow. We already have some arrows, and we need this to save a couple of soldiers coming up. Chest with an herb in it, and a fluorite at the base of the stairs. Second floor of the keep. Into the side room to grab a power jewel from the bottom of the pail. If you accidentally, or purposely, cut the rope before grabbing the power jewel, you can still get it, you just have to wait till later in the game. Nice chunk of souls there. And a double fire orb door. Grabbing the red book off the table. Demons flourish in the zoo. And the right crest piece. The headlock grab is not blockable. The rest of the attacks from the long-arm demon are. When an enemy puts up their weapon in a certain way, and you make contact with them, you'll initiate that little spark flying tug-of-war game. And if you win, then you can throw the enemy to the ground and go in for a thrust to finish them off. Well, in this case, it didn't finish off the long-arm demon, but that's okay. Saving these two soldiers with the bow and arrow. We'll have to get those items later. Gonna take out this guy with a flame attack because we're going to get a magic mirror very soon. Magic fountain. Well, there's some magic. Anyway. There's an accidental strafe Eason. Sometimes you'll get them just by chance. You're mashing, you're hacking, you're slashing. Under the stairway, that's more arrows and a fluorite. Up the stairs, a Byaku, and more arrows. Another double fire door. And into another cutscene.
I have been able to uncover Yumemaru's identity. He is the son of a farmer.
What?
4 years ago, his parents were killed at war. Princess Yuki found him crying alone and brought him to the castle.
I see.
And I also heard that Princess Yuki raised him as if he were her own brother.
So he stole his way into the castle to save Princess Yuki. Why then is Tokuchiro after Yumemaru?
Something seems to be going on. What? Oh. Samanosuke, we must find a way out.
Yes.
Yes. No idea how she uncovered that information, but if anyone could do it, Kaede can. She's a real one. The first puzzle section, Samanosuke pulling the only lever that's available, switching to Kaede, who proceeds to pull the wrong lever. We need to pull the one on the right first. That will hold this gate open. Now Samanosuke can pull the lever on the left. There are 3 levers in the next section. Kaede is going to pull the left one, which will allow us to get the second set of armor. The first one that we can grab, that is. Obviously, we start with default armor. And we got ourselves the holy armor. If you needed to backtrack for any reason, you could pull that lever, that last one, but it's not necessary. Once you enter through the door, obviously both characters will move in. Next room, all we have to do is light the candles using the fire orb, and obviously there's a magic fountain here. This room, we have an interesting game of, obviously you can tell by looking at the shape of the tile what other tiles will be opened into spike pits. Just have to work your way through without either character getting caught.
I wonder what this room is.
Huh?
Ah! Samanosuke! What happened? Are you all right?
I seem to be trapped.
Is there a way you can get out of there? Samanosuke, wait there. I will help you.
By the way, that middle lever in that group of 3 and a couple rooms back, you just get hit with arrows. So obviously, don't do that. Now for this puzzle, this gridlock-esque puzzle. We have to move those 2 pieces of the crest into the center before that gauge fills up. Now for a lot of people, myself included, especially young me playing this game, this puzzle was incredibly stressful. Nowadays, it's, super easy, especially since I started speedrunning this. But for the longest time, it was so stressful. You get one tile messed up, and then you're spending several seconds trying to fix it. But that's okay, we made it. We have made it through the barrage of puzzles, the brain game gauntlet. And a pull tab. Not really a puzzle. But it opens everything up. We can backtrack if we need to. And lowers the stairs so we can go forward.
We are safe now. I will go search for clues.
Fine.
I don't know what kind of clues you're looking for, but alright. Samanosuke always looks so mad. Up the stairs, down the ladder. Going to go further down. Find this tapestry. We have journal number 4. And we also get the left crest piece. Back up the ladder. Down the passageway to go down a different ladder. That gets us a power jewel. And if we were to continue on down that passageway, we would unlock a secret door back into that war planning room, where we got the other crest piece to begin with. With both crest pieces in hand, we can open up the next door for, you guessed it, another cutscene.
Yumimaru!
Hey, Samanosuke! We meet again. So, have you decided to serve the Oda clan?
Move!
It is too late for the boy. And since you have learned that our Lord Nobunaga will rule the world with the demons, you should not bark up the wrong tree.
You're insane! What you are doing will lead to innocent people being used as food for the demons.
The strong will prey upon the weak. Farmers obey samurai, and humans obey demons.
You arrogant fool!
Our dark ceremony will take place soon. Princess Yuki's skull will be filled with her own blood. And when our Lord Nobunaga drinks it, the victory of the Oda clan over the Saito clan will be guaranteed! See you again, Samanosuke!
Oh, Tokachiro. Anyway, moving on. Floor right, this box. And the Seiryu. Oh, I love doing that. Running up and getting ready to deflect a Three Eyes who is going to cut through that. It's so satisfying to get. Next volume of the Suzaku, and some more arrows. We can hear Yumimaru in the distance. And we're just hacking and slashing these 3 eyes to get a little bit extra souls. Obviously, we do not have a green orb in our inventory yet, but we will soon. Having a medicine in the chest. A Seiryu. A hidden gauntlet, which gives us a handful of souls. And another Seiryu. Getting the Thunder Orb ready, and up the ladder to the roof for our next boss fight. This is Marcellus, another character from Hamlet, and a prototype created by Guildenstern. He is imbued with the power of wind, and while all of his attacks are individually blockable, he has a few where he can chain them together, where the first attack will break your block and the second one will hit. So same thing with Osric, we're just playing it safe. We're moving in, we're getting an attack or two, and we're strafing, or we're backing up, or we're interrupting with a magic attack. Smacking that shield, getting some extra magic in the process. Keeping just under the sword. Alright, his shield is broken. Switching to the fire orb. It'll lay down some fire. Back and forth, we're just taking turns. There we go. Defeating Marcellus gives us a good chunk of souls and the wind orb, the Arashi, the Shifu. We have enough souls to upgrade the Arashi to level 2. And upgrade the Koen, the Fire Orb, to level 3. I've never tried leaving the area before, so that was actually the first time I've seen that message.
My sister, please save her.
Don't worry, you're safe now.
Please, you have to save her.
I give you my word. I will save Princess Yuki. Kaede, do you know why Princess Yuki took care of this boy? Princess Yuki was born the daughter of a feudal lord, and thus raised from an arranged marriage. She has had no freedom whatsoever. So when she meets someone else who's in need, she wants to help them. In this world, only the strong survive.
Samanosuke.
Let me tell you about the ways of the world, Yamamaru.
The world?
"4 years ago, my uncle Mitsuhide pressured me to leave and see the world. I have met people who speak and look different than us. I have experienced things that I never would have imagined. There are infinite things that we do not understand. There is beauty and freedom all around us. You owe it to yourself and everyone to see these things and then share them with the people of this country. You must help them to understand the absurdity of fighting over such small portions of land on this tiny island."
Help!
Who are you?
My name is Nui. I serve Princess Hatsu. Princess Yuki is underground. Oh!
You all right? Kaede, we have little time. I have to find Princess Yuki. You watch over these two.
I will.
Being transported to the weapons room. I'm gonna clear out a few Banzus here. And before continuing on, I'm actually going to backtrack to the room we found Yamamaru in, because there's a chest in there. That was meant to hit the long arm in the first place, but I'll take it. Now, since I did not open that door, that secret door leading into that war room, that planning room, whatever you want to call it, strategy room, strategy center, got to take a little bit of a detour. Which we're already taking a detour, so this is like a double detour. And that's fine. It works out anyway because we encounter the magic fountain along the way. Back up we go. And we actually are encountering a new enemy. An Uwasha. big yellow axe-wielding demon. Nothing a magic attack can't handle. Now we're back in the room, and our reward are burst bullets for a weapon that we do not have yet. Opening the boxes does not count towards the ranking, but I found it appropriate to do for a 100% run. Shiburi. And on we go. We can reach a lower level with that ladder, but we're not going to. We're going this way. As you can see, that would have been much faster. But that's okay. We still made the S rank time with plenty to spare. The upgraded swords and magic are making very fast work of these lower class demons. Back to the keep entrance. We have another soldier to save. The wind orb is great for taking out enemies at an altitude. And we get ourselves a magic jewel and 2 herbs. Even though it's a no damage run, I appreciate the thought. Those soldiers really care for our well-being. Now we're going to be heading underground. A double thunder door. Ambushed by 3 eyes. Blue book. And now we have all 3 orbs to unlock the basement. First the lightning. Then the fire. And finally, the wind. Now we are underground. Box with an herb. Some... I don't even know how to describe those things. Not tentacles, that's a tentacle. But they're like these flesh pillars, I guess we'll call them. And behind those flesh pillars is a library, apparently. Now, as you can see, one of Ronaldo's abilities is not only blocking a copy of the Byakuo, but also getting cut in half and regenerated. Not a huge deal. It happens more often if you have the Wind Orb equipped. Grabbing the Keep Underground map. Cutting the rope to release this weight, which gives us access to a Rosary of Communication. This is an optional item, but it does allow you to talk to spirits, which I think is a really cool way to get bits of lore by talking to people who have first-hand experience of these events. At the end of this room, Purifier Bell. And giant swinging blades. And backtracking to the underground entrance. Some more pillars here. I don't know if there's technically a limit to how many times a Ronaldo can split, but I wasn't going to stand there and find out. Using the Purifier Bell. Finally getting around to using that magic tool. And 3 long-armed demons break out of the freezer. And we're going to warm them up with a fire attack. And grab a fluorite from the corner. And make our way into the next room. Another flame attack. Definitely one-shotting those Ronaldos. Getting a nice chunk of souls and some magic from those pillars. And a white book. And another herb. A double wind orb door. And we have a long-armed demon guarding a chest. Got the next Byakuo and the Apocalypse #1 book. And here's one of the spirits we can talk to. There's nothing special as Samanosuke looks through a bunch of torture equipment, and we find another fluorite. Middle, right, left to open up our next trick puzzle box, getting us the blue key. And we can head back to the freezer room. And why not take him out for good measure? And into another cutscene.
We meet again, Samanosuke. Still no interest in coming to work for the Oda clan?
For the last time, no!
I tried my best to help you. You just do not understand the true power of the demons. The time has come, demons! Prepare for the dark ceremony! Now you must suffer the consequences of your actions. I am sure by now, Kaede is in trouble.
Samanosuke, did you find anything?
What are you doing? Let go of me!
Oh! Samanosuke?
You are not experienced enough, are you?
Yumemaru? Yumemaru, where are you?
Now it's time to play as Kaede, who's a pretty different skill set than Samanosuke.
Are you all right? What happened?
Monsters from West Prison.
She's a ninja. She's very agile. She can flip over enemies. She can insta-kill them. But she cannot use magic. She cannot enter magic doors. She cannot collect souls. But the insta-kill attack is pretty cool, and she can throw kunai. Just getting a few kills here and there. And warming up the insta attack. Pressing the attack button while flipping over an enemy will initiate the insta. There's a bit of timing involved, and you can actually do it against a boss enemy. I didn't want to deal with those 3 eyes just running through. Heading towards the west area, grabbing an herb out of that box. And a fluorite. In the next area, a couple of soldier demons. Fading out that long arm. And then grabbing another fluorite. And just blocking the long arm attack and running by. Got another soldier to save. It was kind of a weird delay, like I thought it was initiating the critical, but Not actually sure what happened. Team kill. With the soldier save, we get an item that Kaede can't actually use. A soul absorber. It's a Samanosuke only. And we're going to head towards the prison and see what we got going on. Got a shinobi kit, which allows us to enter doors, which have broken locks, kind of like a fancy lockpick. 572. Get us a magic tool, which is another item that Kaede can't use. And a gear. So this is the prison entrance, but we don't have what we need to go into the prison. But we have the gear, which will allow us to get to the area, to get to the stuff, to get us in the prison. Grab some kunai from this bamboo forest area. Down the ladder, obviously cannot go through the sealed orb doors. However, Samanosuke can't go through any of the doors that need the shinobi kit. So it's a balance. Clearing house. And going into my least favorite room in a speed run, the furnace. This room is pretty annoying. There are 3 jet streams of fire, and you have to get the timing right to obviously not get hit, but also get to the door before our timer goes off and the door starts closing. Breaking the boxes, got an herb on the ground. The gold plate, one of 2 items we need to get to the prison. Fortunately, we have this chain here. We can pull it. It opens the door and it shuts the furnace off. Or at least shuts off the streams. No idea why this is set up this way, but it is. I'm not a blacksmith. I can't comment. A lot going on in this room. First up, journal number 5. The Suzaku. And a string. Okay, the string's not the most important part. Putting that gear in place before we pull the string so we can open up this hidden room. Grabbing a fluorite, the silver plate, and the Byaku. Now with both the gold and silver plate, we have what we need to get into the prison. Just running through the bamboo area, ignoring those 3 eyes. On the right, using the silver plate. And on the left, the gold plate. Now that we're in the prison, we'll find that it's on fire. But it's pretty hilarious when you can knock enemies or they knock themselves into the fire. Actually does damage to them. A couple 3 eyes in here. A Genbu, which is the 4th series of decoder books. And with 4 in each series, that's 16 books total. Navigating around the fire, making sure we don't take damage from the fire. Low right, at the base of the stairs. Then up the stairs for a trick treasure box. Middle, left, right, right. This gets Kaede's Sacred Knife, which is required to advance. Because downstairs are some pillars. Maybe we can call them columns. I don't know if that's better or worse. But the regular knife cannot cut them. Only the Sacred Knife can. And down into the prison area, the cell, for another cutscene, and a boss fight.
You. Wait a moment. I will help you out.
You are Kaede? Samanosuke once wrote to me that he journeys with a female ninja, Kaede.
So, you are...
If only I could leave the castle and see the world with Samanosuke.
Princess Yuki.
I envy you.
You can go.
Forget about me. Escape from this castle with Samanosuke.
Do not give up, Your Highness. I will save you.
No, you won't.
What?
You can die here alone.
Princess Yuki! Princess Yuki!
Boss fight time. The Volchiman. Or the Volchiman. This will become a regular enemy for Samanosuke later, but for Kaede, it's a boss. He's agile. He can render himself invisible. Or invisible-esque. Mostly transparent. And cannot be damaged in that form. It is possible to set up the insta-kill, the throat slit. And I tried to do it a few times, it wasn't working, I'm not very good at it, but it's easy enough to just dash and slash.
Have to tell him.
Back as Samanosuke, waking up in this underground cave. Medicine in the box. And time to upgrade some more equipment. 4 bars to get the Shiden to level 3. And that'll be it for now. And we're actually going to another boss fight. I'm seeing double 4 Samanosuke's. This is the Stylado, a very obnoxious clone who can very easily block your magic attacks. Very annoyingly block your magic attacks. So we have to wait for a timing, a window, counter. Either when he's charging up his Phantom Bullet, which is his magic attack. But if we catch him with a few high-level spells, we can take him out pretty quickly. Another nice chunk of souls as a reward, and moving forward. In the first box, an evil plate. And somehow in this box fits a wood ladder. I'm gonna cut the pail just for fun. If that hits you, it does do damage, by the way. Now we are back in the keep, where we got the bow, and talking to another spirit. I don't end up talking to all of them, I just wanted to talk to a few of them. Now, using the evil plate and going through the store will actually cut off access to most of the keep. And I'm really struggling to use it. It has a pretty small activation space. It's pretty annoying during a speedrun, trying to use the evil plate and being told you can't use it.
So you have made it this far.
Yumimaru!
Beyond this gate lies the demon world. It's over. We will never be able to save you, Mamaru.
Samanosuke, what is this? We have to destroy that stone. Let's separate and find a way.
I really appreciate 2 things about this scene. 1, Samanosuke sees a monster, immediately draws the sword. 2, Kaede just waltzes in, sees something, throws a knife at it. It's like, what is this? Throws a knife at it. Like I said, Kaede is a real one. Using the wind orb, take out that archer above us. And some fire magic. Trying to take out that dark armor and the archer demon, but somehow missed one of them. The dark armor demon is just the long arm demon with a shield. Same attacks otherwise.
Hey, do not be afraid. I have information that may help. Hey, won't you go to the Dark Realm? There is no guarantee you will live, but if you do, great rewards await you. Okay. See you soon.
So we will go to the Dark Realm, which is a 20-level dungeon minigame, but we're not going to go quite yet. I save that for the end. We've got enough souls that the gauntlet has been enhanced. Heading towards the front of the keep in the south area.
Help me!
And we got ourselves a couple of sharks. I've also heard them called Hecubites, but the strategy guide refers to them as sharks, so that's what we're calling them. Oh, Hecubites, pretty cool too. Back to the west area, now that the door has been unlocked. Tried to go in for the thrust and... I don't know, that was weird. We've got another soldier to save here. This time we're dealing with a couple of archers. And of course, the one arrow, I wanted to aim at the archer. Instead, aimed at the soldier demon on the ground, missed, but then one of the archers took that soldier demon out for me. So that worked out pretty nicely. This guy has burst bullets for us. He's very polite. Please take this. Thank you. Please. Thank you. Now we're heading to the west area, just like Kaede was doing. There's a Dark Spider Demon, which is an upgrade of the Three Eyes Demon. And I'm going to ignore that one. Gauntlet, some extra souls. The Vision Staff. And another Genbu. Now the Vision Staff makes the fluorite visible. It's another optional item, not required for story completion, but obviously required for 100%. That shield came in handy. A trio of archers and a pair of dark armors. We're right next to a magic fountain, so we can afford to just use the magic. Before going through that triple fire door, magic mirror, do some more enhancing. Four bars to upgrade the Arashi. Now we have all three orbs at level 3. And we got to work on the swords next. Obviously, the orbs are more important. Those are mandatory to get through. Upgrading the blades themselves, obviously nice, but not required. For story completion, that is. Obviously, 100% is 100%. Got this group of soldier demons that just like to stand there while they get hit by one of those moving shields. We can see the Vision Staff in action. Grab the medicine from the box. fluorite off the ground. And here is a... Well, it's technically not a boss. It's a unique enemy. It's a boss enemy, but it's not actually mandatory. You can just run in, grab the stuff, and get out. It's the Baguwassha with a trio of Uwashas. And we're just going to lay it on thick with the magic. They don't stand a chance. Going heavy with the magic. Nice. 2 big magic hits. Easy. Big chunk of souls and a lot of items. First up, the decorated sword. Bullets. The northern gate, which is actually an accessible area in the Xbox port. Genma Onimusha. And the statue head. So 2 key items and some ammo for a weapon that we don't have yet. But we will be getting it shortly. Returning back to the area with the fountain so we can afford to just throw the magic out. And we have enough souls to get the Enryu to level 2. As well as the Shifu. Now we're going to head back to where we saw that headless statue. I don't know why that second attack didn't connect. That's right, not a problem. There we go. Returning the statue head to its rightful home. And finally, we have the appropriate firearm to go with all of those bullets and burst bullets that we've been collecting, the matchlock. Which normally I don't use that much. But I did find it very handy for completing the Dark Realm. No damage. Just trying to take out this Uwashcha without destroying anything else in the process. There we go. Now the nice thing is, we have the bow, we have the matchlock, plenty of ammo. So taking these Yerans out is a lot easier, especially when they're in a hard-to-reach area. Yeah, let's ignore that guy, it's fine. We can hear some kunai being thrown in the distance. That's what the dark spiders do. Getting the wind orb ready, because we have some wind orb doors. Heading toward the turret. Equipping the normal arrows to take out the rope here to open this bridge up. And we have a very pleasantly even 30,000 souls. So we are over halfway to our soul goal. And we got ourselves some more bullets, a talisman, which will revive us if we lose all of our health, and our final journal. I love the level 3 thunder attack so much. It's so satisfying. More bullets. More Genbu. Another tapestry. And the East area map. Dark armors. Dark spiders. Ignoring those. Contemplating how I wanted to handle those guys. A lot of arrows going at us. There we go. Taking out a few of the archers. And weakening the dark armor. Got the bullets out of that box in the corner. And we're going to head up the turret. Just have to be mindful of any remaining archers. And we're just going to wait here for a bit. Now, I'm not an expert archer or anything, but I know that you're not supposed to try to just shoot through the floor. Magic jewel at the top of the turret. Or top of the inside of the turret. Actually, forgot to use one earlier. The one that I picked up is Kaede. Now we're at the very top of the turret. Got some dark spiders here. And we have a fluorite. A power jewel. Just being mindful of all of the projectiles. Now, one fun thing about this section is that you can actually kick these dark spiders off. And they do release souls. I just didn't have time to grab them. Didn't want to risk getting hit. And we grabbed that soul absorber. And we're going back down the ladder, back to the base of the turret. A level 3 wind orb door. No match for our level 3 wind orb. These guys have a pretty good chunk of health. There we go. There's its death screech. Wanted to time it so I could get the souls from the gauntlet for that soul bonus. And we'll take the other one out for good measure. Nice. Won that round. Heading to this beautiful waterfall. Got a couple dark armors in the way. And decided to run across the other side of the bridge. I thought it would be a good idea to lure him on the bridge and then cut the rope, and thinking, how do I want to handle this? Yeah, I guess I'll do that. At least get rid of one of them. Just waiting for the souls. There they are. I'm just running by the other one. He's way too slow. Because we have another trick treasure box to open. Bottom left. Top right. Bottom right. Bottom left. Bottom right. And this gets us the third and final armor, the Great Armor. Now, I actually have not equipped the Holy Armor at any point in time, because the Holy Armor, well, I mean, obviously providing additional defense, which we don't need, obviously, no damage, but it also prevents Gyardons from interfering with us. Opening up the decoder box, get ourselves the last magic jewel. We actually have all the power jewels and magic jewels. And there was also medicine. And enhancing the Ryzan. Which is now fully enhanced to level 3. Down the ladder, another fluorite, and into the small boat we go. We're heading over to that turret. Once we're at the turret, waltzing on in and grabbing the Great Bow. And we got ambushed by sharks. Not something I would ever expect to say being on land, but here we are. And now it's back to Kaede, who senses the vibes are off. Land shark. Fortunately, we can just jump on over these guys. Sometimes they can be a bit of a hassle. Using the Shinobi kit. A couple more sharks coming through. Don't need to deal with them right now. More kunai. Fluorite on the floor. And hidden in the back, the Apocalypse number 2. says there's nothing suspicious, but there was really a hidden herb there. That shark by the door here tends to not want to cooperate when we try to flip over it. I don't know why. It just does. Not bothering with these sharks. We're just running through. Same thing. Ignoring those enemies. Just running through. Waterfall? What are we going to do? I probably could have kicked that one off. That would have been fun. Obviously, Samanosuke took that boat already, so we have to go a different route. Just wanted to knock a couple of these soldier demons off for fun. Sacred Knife is a lot of fun. Normal arrow. There's a Dark Armor Demon in here. And he can block the door, so we're just going to take him out from a distance, from a nice, safe, comfortable distance. Look at the base to the left. Kaede's left. Put some more kunai. And continuing on, up the ladder. Breaking boxes, fluorite, and a gunbu. Back down the ladder. Immediately throw in a kunai, because there's an archer there. And if we're not careful, we'll take an arrow to the face. Suzaku on the shelf, herb in the box, fluorite on a chest at the base of the ladder here, trick treasure box, left, left, middle, right, right, middle, middle. That gets us the decorated arrow. So with the great bow that Samanosuke got, and what will soon be the great arrow, that will allow us to break the seal and enter the Dark Realm. Not the minigame Dark Realm, but the story Dark Realm. Switching the great arrow out. Arms go up, arm goes down. And setting the decorated arrow down. Which is funny, it says that you can't use it because of its thick decorations, but it has the same exact model as the great arrow. And we have ourselves the green key. So we are ready to leave. Same deal on the way back. Throwing a kunai right away because there's an archer. And I actually I have so much kunai, so many kunai, so many knives. There's a dark armor in the way. I could run by him, but we're just going to throw a bunch of knives. Just backing up, being careful for his dying / attack. There we go. Green key, down the ladder. And now Kaede has her own boat to the turret. I don't think I can hear you. So we magically switched from the Thunder Orb to the normal sword, and then back.
I knew you would come. You are so impressive for a mere human. But you are late. Our dark ceremony is starting. Yumamoru will be sacrificed in front of Princess Yuki.
No!
Princess Yuki cherishes Yumamoru. If he is sacrificed in front of her, her sorrow will peak, making her blood its most delicious and strongest. Granting our Lord Nobunaga more power when he drinks it.
That is why you took them? You will suffer for that!
Now, my dear baby, consume that human over there at once.
This is Hecuba, Queen of Troy, who is technically not a Hamlet original, but is referenced in Hamlet. As a flying enemy, we can have difficulty hitting her, so we're going to open up with a Wind Orb attack, and that will bring her down to our level. This should be Thunder Orb. Stopping to absorb those magic orbs. And we just repeat the process. And if we get lucky with our drops, so to speak, the orbs that come out, the souls that come out of the sharks, if we get lucky with them dropping magic, then we can just do this trick until Hecuba is defeated. Almost missed that one. If we do run out of magic, that's okay. We have the matchlock, we have the bow, the arrows, all that good stuff. And that gave us just enough to do another Wind Orb attack. And if I was too low on magic with the Thunder Orb, that would have been fine. I would have just used the Fire Orb. And she's down.
Samanosuke! I ignited the gunpowder! Hurry! Come on!
Huh? Kaede! Hang on, Kaede. Rest here for a while. nightmare must end. Now! Princess Yuki, Mimimaru, I will save you.
Now at this point, we could go to the end game, but we're going to take a detour because we need to go to the Dark Realm minigame. So we have to talk to this guy after we fill up our souls here, our magic.
Oh, you have come again. Hey, why don't you go to the Dark Realm? They say that it is possible to obtain strong weapons there. If you are interested, I will take you.
Yes.
I hope you come back alive. Shall we go?
See, even the mysterious hanging cocoon gatekeeper man thing is very courteous. You're like, hey, you know, I hope you make it. You know, you do, you don't. Sorry, but you know. So the Dark Realm is 20 levels. The stage looks the same every single time, but it's broken up into 4 different colors. The first 5 are the red stages, and we have ourselves 10 soldier demons to start us off nice and easy. And it's pretty straightforward. Clear out the enemies, go further down. Level 2, we have 7 Three Eyes demons. I use the Thunder Orb, the Ryzan, the most, so I made sure to have that at level 3 before I started the Dark Realm. And I could have farmed enough to get the other swords to level 3, but I didn't. I used this sword more than any other. Straightforward level. Level 3. We have 5 soldier demons and 2 long arms. Being very careful not to get headlocked. Keeping my distance. Just running in, taking a swipe or 2. Backing up. Level 4, we have 4 long-arm demons. And I switched to the fire sword here. Mostly so I could hit the first 2 at the same time. This worked out nicely. Back to the Thunder Sword. Level 5. 2 long-arm demons, 5 Three Eyes. So that's 19 eyes total. We both struggled to hit something there. There we go. Pretty consistently baiting out that headlock grab attempt there. And that's it for the red levels. Now for the yellow levels. Level 6, we have 12 Bazus, a dozen of them. If we're in a good spot, we can get one of those criticals when they spawn in. Otherwise, this batch is really easy, just hacking and slashing. There we go, there's one crit. Sometimes it could take a moment or two to get the next enemy to spawn in. Switching to the Fire Sword and Ryu. We have 7 sharks and the Nida box. Running to the opposite side to avoid getting sandwiched. Taking advantage of the nice wide arc that this sword covers. And we're able to keep them down so we can take out one at a time. And our first item, a fluorite. In total, there are 3 fluorites, a medicine, a soul absorber, a talisman, 3 herbs, and the Bishamon Ocarina. The items are semi-randomized on what levels they appear on, except for the Ocarina, that always appears on level 20. Now for the next yellow level, the level 8, we have 11 Bazus and 4 Hierans. And I'm equipping the Holy Armor just so I don't have to deal with them coming at me. Oh, I was waiting for one of them to take the soul. I'm not too worried about the soul farming, because we're going to have to come back and do that anyway. Actually, it's more for racking up the body count than it is the souls themselves. Come on. I mean, I'm still going to try to, get the most souls I can here, but I'm not really, going out of my way to do it. I'm not going to get worked up about it if I don't get it just right. Pretty decent chunk there. There we go. Just like it sometimes takes a moment for the enemies to spawn, if there's any left, sometimes it takes a moment for the portals to open up. Level 9. 3 Barabazus and 6 Bazus. Since I was not good at the Strafe Eason when I did this, I was trying to do what I did near the beginning of the run, and that was get one of the smaller enemies to attack me so I could do a parry or deflect Eason. But that didn't work, so I just ended up just hacking and slashing through. That was close. Gotta be careful because sometimes they do the 2-stage attack where they slam the axe down and then they spin around. You can block each attack individually, but chained together, one breaks your balance. If it's too close, then you're gonna get hit. Got a medicine here. Level 10, we have 4 Washas and 4 Hierens. And I'm going to use a magic for the first time. Switching to burst bullets. Then decided, you know what, regular bullets. It actually makes very quick work. Finishing off the 2 Washas. And then, of course, taking out the very obnoxious flying enemies. And they can be extra annoying when you're trying to attack something else, but then you end up locking onto, you know, them. There's the 2-part attack. The behind the back. And there's another one, the downward slam, forward stab. I don't know how that didn't connect. I mean, I obviously would have blocked it, but I'm surprised it didn't connect at all. There's a floor, right? Down to level 11, the first green level, we have 5 Ronaldos. Now we can make more, of course. And I'm actually going to use a wind attack. And the same reason as before when I used it, just because I found it easier to just run in, use up a wind attack, take them all out, or at least weaken them so I can quickly finish them off. And with Ronaldos, especially because they can start tentacle whipping you right away. They can be pretty annoying. But also because I didn't want the first 3 Ronaldos to split and then spawn more. Level 12, 4 Ronaldos, 4 Hierens. Only 2 Ronaldos to start, so I felt fine just running forward and then slashing. I could use bullets or arrows to finish off the Ronaldos and then take out the add-ons, but I decided not to. I still ended up using a lot of ammo, but I still had quite a bit left over. Soul Absorber, which for the longest time when I was younger, I did not understand how they worked. They actually work very simple. I don't know, I just could never figure it out when I was younger. Level 13, 5 Sharks, 3 Ronaldos, and we're actually going to use a Soul Absorber for this one. I found this level to be very annoying, so I found it was worth to use a Soul Absorber. And that cleared out most of the level for us. There we go. Level 14. 3 Volchiman. Or Volchiman. I'm actually going to start with the burst bullets for this one. Surprisingly, burst bullets are actually very effective against them. I was kind of surprised to learn this when I was experimenting. Because normally I would just take care of these guys with magic. Sometimes they will do that, which is just expose their head when they're kind of bouncing up and down. I don't know, it's weird, but you can go in for an insta there. Level 15, the last of the green levels. And we have 5 Ronaldos. And 2 Volchiman. Actually, I don't know if I like Volchiman or Baguwassha better. But using the matchlock is actually a lot of fun. Since we're one-on-one, doesn't matter. We're bringing a gun to a boomerang-esque fight. I forgot what that is. It's like a whip that can also be used like a sword, but also like a boomerang. But we're taking him out, and we got a talisman. Obviously, we're not going to use that talisman, but hey, we're picking up all the items. We are now done with the green levels, and we are down to the final 5 levels, the blue levels. Level 16, we have 7 dark spiders. These guys can be obnoxious. When they start doing that phasing, transparent, whatever you want to call it. Trying to go for a slash there, a thrust. I don't know why. There it goes. And another herb. Down to level 17. We have 2 long arm demons and 3 dark armor demons. Gonna open up with a fire attack. Which takes out both long arm demons and weakens the dark armor demon enough for us to finish off with a thrust. Luring that one around, waiting for the other one to spawn. Finished one off. And weaken the other one. And getting ourselves a fluorite. Level 18, 2 Volchiman, and 4 Dark Spiders. And I decided this would be my next Soul Absorber level. It's a very annoying combination. And just in time. Grabbing the herb. That was like the last possible moment that Soul Absorber was still effective. Level 19, 5 Dark Spiders, 3 Dark Armor Demons. Wind Orb, clearing us some space. Tempting to get them grouped up. And then, of course, I end up hitting the wrong enemy with fire, but that's okay. Got a couple dark spiders left here. And that's why we have a gun. One-on-one with the Dark Armor Demon and the Matchlock. And down to level 20, the final level of the Dark Realm. 3 Uwashas, 3 Volchiman. And I thought this would be a great time to use the Soul Absorber. It makes the level pretty much free. Grabbing the Bishamon Ocarina while we're at it. Still have a couple more enemies to take out, but we have all of this magic to work with. And a bunch of ammo. So really, there's no risk here. There's no... I mean, we're pretty much in the clear. I thought there was one more, but guess not. And we are clear. Dark Realm is done. We've got all 20 fluorite. And we have plenty of souls, so we can finish enhancing our equipment. We now have the gold gauntlet, the dragon orb, and we're going to bring, obviously, our Enryu and our Shifu up to level 3. Now, in addition to upgrading swords and orbs, you can also turn herbs into medicine, arrows into fire arrows, and bullets into burst bullets. Just doing it because, you know, why not? Now, we are almost to the soul requirement for the S rank. But when I made a save here and finished the game, I was quite a few demons short.
Won't you go to the Dark Realm?
You need at least 600, and I had like 450. So what I decided to do was play through level 1 of the Dark Realm over and over again. And so I wouldn't have to make y'all sit through, I think it's 25 runs. 25. Because I really wanted to make sure I had enough. I'm doing 5 at a time here. That way we could just run in, tear the place up, and get out. And then repeats. First batch of 5, I used the wind orb. Now I'm using the fire. Round 4. Back to the wind orb. And final round. I decided to use the normal sword and just do Essence for the very last one. Thought that was a fun way to round it out. And now we are back. Now we can go to the end game. I'm trying to remember the exact number, but I believe I was actually closer to 400. So I just defeated 250 enemies. So I really wanted to make sure that I had plenty of extra. And I'm just upgrading these just to use up the souls. There's really no reason to. But we have all the defeated enemies we need. We have all the souls we need. Now we can go to the end game. Just a few rooms left. Great bow and great arrow.
You pathetic human worm. Impressive you've come this far, but ultimately futile since your journey ends here. Only demons can enter.
You! Why don't you go back to playing with your worthless little toys? I have no time for you.
What did you say? How dare you? A mere human mock me? Fine then. It's time for you to fight my greatest creation! Come, Marcellus! Come, Marcellus!
Marcellus, round 2. Opening up, fire attack. Waiting, leaves vulnerable, fire attack. That gets rid of a shield. And this is actually a speedrun strat. I'm going to fire 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And we're going to wait because he's going to rush us. Deflect, Eason, Thunder Orb. Just do that twice. Done. Filling up our magic. And using the Volchiman Ocarina, opening up this secret room, which gets us the Volchiman sword.
What?
Look at that style, though. The golden armor, the golden gauntlet, cool glowing sword. The Dark Realm map, which is funny because it's like 4 rooms and it's linear. You can't really like do anything else. But it makes sense. It makes sense that there's a map. The demons like to keep records. All right, sometimes I can actually get hit by these guys, their little tentacle attack. So I'm just going to shoot them. These Ronaldos spawn infinitely. So if you really need to grind up some souls, this is the place to do it. As we approach the final boss room, you may be surprised to learn that it is named after another Hamlet character. A Norwegian prince who serves as a foil to Prince Hamlet.
No!
Samanosuke! Help us!
I am Fortinbras. Welcome to our little ceremony. Come here, Nobunaga. Drink her blood from the grail of despair.
Stop! Even if I die, I will destroy you!
Final boss, Fortinbras, King of Demons, Dragon Snake Guy. He has several attacks, which are not blockable, and a couple that are blockable. Fortunately, they are all avoidable. The Fire Breath, which he was just priming up to do, Thunder Blast, which he just did. He also has an Eye Laser, a Grab Attack, and it looks like he's priming up for a Wind Hook, but that got interrupted. He also has a Thrust Attack. The Wind Hook and the Thrust are blockable, the rest are not. The general strategy, provided you have the Bishamon Sword, is to do 4-piece combos, get him to heal over, lean forward, and then follow up with a magic attack. You can see the screen flashing while striking him while he's down, so I like to save my magic attacks for that. Then just switching back and forth, rinsing and repeating until he's done. If we run out of magic, or if he gets off a Fire Breath attack, we can hang back in the corner and launch arrows or bullets at him. He also releases the occasional soul. Really handy if he releases magic souls. Looks like he's about to go in for attack. I don't have time to get out of the way, and I wasn't sure if it would be a grab or a hook, so I decided to get some iframes by using a magic attack, which also conveniently made him lean forward. There's the Fire Breath. Doing some strafing, getting back in the corner, getting the bow out, getting a few arrows off. Another fire attack. If you go straight to the corner, the fire will reach you. But if you kind of bait the fire attack to one side, then run to the other, you'll be able to stay just out of range once you get to the corner. And we got him. He's done.
Samanosuke!
Kaede, let's get out of here!
Samanosuke!
I'm fine.
We cannot stay here any longer. Run!
Yumemaru!
There is no escape from me!
No!
Forget about me! Go! Yuki! Kaede!
The demon's ambitions were shattered by the hand of Samanosuke and his friends. However, when Yoshitatsu Saito died the following year, his feeble-minded son, Tatsuoki, became the lord. At that time, Oda's army returned to Mino province and conquered the Inabayama castle, putting an end to the history of the Saito family. However, it is unknown as to whether demons were involved. After the downfall of the Saito family, Princess Yuki went to stay with a family friend, the Baron in Sakai province. His name, Sokyu Imai. However, in less than a month she would leave. With Sokyu's blessing, she left in a ship to see the world. On Samanosuke's advice, Yumemaru accompanied her on this journey. On the other hand, Kaede desperately searched for the missing Samanosuke, but never found him. In the following year, Mitsuhide Akechi employed her as his agent. She continued her job until she died 14 years later in a war at Yamazaki province. As for Samanosuke, no one knows what happened to him.
Roll credits. Verifying we have everything we need. All of the weapons, fully upgraded. All of the armors, 20 fluorite, vision staff, the rosary of communication. All of the files, including all of the decoder books, and all of the maps. Result screen, 2 hours, 33 minutes, all 20 pieces of fluorite, 61,740 souls, 620 demons, 20 floors of the Dark Realm, S rank. That gets us the Onimusha 2 trailer, the Oni Spirits minigame, an extra costume for Kaede, extra costume for Samanosuke. That concludes this no damage run of Onimusha Warlords, 100% S rank with a completion time of 2 hours and 33 minutes. Thanks for watching.